Hey guys, I'm your host Angel,
Hey guys, I'm your host Paige.
and this is the Dear Little Me podcast where we give you all of your info about Demi. We're available to watch on YouTube as well as stream on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. It helps us so much if you listen to it on the streaming platforms, so definitely give us a shot on there. But we have a lot to talk about this week. Not about Demi, but a lot.
Well, thank you to little shout out to Max for giving us some content this week because it was looking a little slow, but then we have some stuff to talk about, but we're gonna get into like the updates, the news about what's going on with like Max and Demi, and then we're gonna go down memory lane. Not really one that I would like to stroll down again, but we're going to talk about Demi's relationship with Max and just go through it and just like our thoughts and how we felt when they were together, like when they got engaged, all that stuff, because we didn't have the podcast at that time. But it would have been a lot of fun to see like those episodes evolve like into them being engaged and then the engagement ending. But yeah, we got some receipts that no one has gotten, so we're gonna get so from one of you guys actually, so we're gonna put the username down below. We love when you guys like reach out and tell us your feelings and thoughts on things that are going on with Demi. But do you want to explain what happened the other day? Because I was like, why? What is going on, Max?
Max ran. It was like 2 days ago, right? Max randomly started just tweeting out of nowhere because like someone didn't provoke him, right? He just
there was not like it was a quoted tweet or anything. It was
So he just tweeted out of nowhere. It was on July 7th. Remember when my ex-fiance made a finsta bullying Selena Gomez and then tried to sabotage my life? Me too.
And pretty much all of the responses were of a screenshot from back in the day. I don't know when it was, but the group chat on Instagram is called Max. His last name is Eric, I think.
But just Eric because it's funnier.
Max Eric fans. So yeah, if you guys don't know, also from Demi being with like Max and that like bunch of threads going around, Max was always in group chats on Instagram with like his fans, and he would like beg them to like
their pictures.
Post. Yeah. So anyway, it said someone's Max Eric fan one, which is probably his own account. It says, Max, when are you going to talk about the Finsta scandal? What was it real? Talking about, because like if you guys also don't know, do you remember the whole incident with the Finsta?
Yeah.
You want to let them know if they weren't around or didn't catch it? Do you remember?
So there was like screenshots going around that like Demi's Finsta, because you all know Demi has a Finsta, like Demi's Finsta was bullying Selena and like saying like random shit that Demi would never say, first of all. And then it came around that the screenshots were fake by Matt and Kittens. So basically that's squashed. But yeah.
So he responded, this was like back then, so I'm assuming they were obviously, I think they were together at this point. No, they were fake, but no, they're not. No, they were fake, but you guys need to keep dragging her with it. Her fans get so stressed out. And then another person says, oh my God, of course, Max, we love you. I love you too. Okay. So talk about bullying, because that's like asking your fans to go and bully Demi. So.
Exactly. Like how immature is that? Like first of all, you can't even fight your own battles. You're asking your quote unquote fans to go bully Demi when technically Max Eric fans were Demi fans before they were Max Eric fans. Most of them.
Yeah, before Demi, I did not know who he was. I never heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But yeah, so like Angel had said, there was confirmation from like Matthew and Kittens that this did not happen, that Demi did not post that on. They had a Finsta. I don't think Demi has it anymore, but that the posts were on it that were circulating that they were fake. So when there was like a Demi Lovato was over party was trending, and Matthew was like, wait, what? This is fake. And then Kitten said, I second the statement. Who the fuck has time to do this kind of shit when the world is in the place that it is? Get a fucking life. And so after that Max post was posted, or a tweet was posted, his account on Twitter was deactivated. Always, that's what he does, like tweets and then deactivates. But so we have like a little bit of an insider. One of you guys that listens to the podcast was DMing him, trying to like get the scoop of why he did that.
You're not this person for real, because
yeah, because I'm pretty sure this person was also like half-assing or just like bullshitting Max to get the truth out.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I was a fan of you and stuff, and just kind of like earned his trust for him to just like open up a little bit. But do you want to read this one? It's the one with Max responding to like, "How are you?" Do you have that pull up?
Okay. So
you don't even have to read all the stuff that was said, but basically
read from the top or just from the "How are you" from Max?
Well, the person that sent me the screenshots, they had like reached out to Max and said a bunch of stuff, just trying to get him to respond to them. So Max just responded and just completely disregarded everything that this person said. It was like, "How are you?"
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Max says, "How are you?" This person says, "I was good, but now I'm terrible. How are you? Hungover, drunk, anything that will give us a reason for the shit." And then saying, "I don't want to defend Demi if it was real?" ? And then Max says, "I was hacked," and no further explanation.
Just, I was hacked, guys. I was hacked. Right there. Max said he was hacked. And then we have there was other screenshots that I have here too. So I don't know who the heck TextMex619 is, but it says, "Good day, everyone. It's me. I spoke to Max and he'd like you to know his account was successfully hacked last night. It's been attempted a few times this week. Statements posted were to create chaos. Max is about peace and kindness. Everyone let go of the anger, embrace light." So I don't know who that is. Probably him again.
I just wonder why they would put that caption on like a thirst trap picture of themselves. Like,
right? What is that? What is that?
For that picture?
Oh, it's a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll have to like check that out. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of like proof to say that Max and how many months ago Max was like tweeting that he went out for lunch or dinner with Demi and they kind of made amends. And I think we talked about that on the podcast before. And then like we have this, it says, "Chill, we're friends now, stop causing unnecessary stuff." And this was back last December. So I mean, there's just like a lot of proof that they were okay. So it seems very out of the blue for him to, come out of nowhere and be like, "You remember this?" And when, and then also there's other stuff like Max saying like, "I pray for them every day. Not a day goes by when I don't miss
them. I fully support them and just want them to be happy." So the way he just did a 180, I want to know like what provoked it.
Do you think he was hacked?
I think what?
Do you think he was actually hacked?
No.
I don't think so either, because who the fuck is gonna hack Max Erich?
Yeah, unless you were the one like that much. Like,
unless somebody reached out to you via DMs and said, "Hey, can you click this link and help me get my account back?" And they hacked you that way. And you clicked on one of those links. Who's gonna
be stupid enough to do that?
Out of all the people that could be hacked, Max Erich.
Yeah, exactly.
No, thank you. Sorry.
Who has the time? Two, who gives a shit about him? Like,
exactly. And so, there was just but then like after all that had happened, the next day there was more stuff that was tweeted. So we're gonna pull that up. And it was 7/8/22 at 7:30 p.m. yesterday. "I'm gonna deactivate before Demi makes a 16-minute song about a song, LOL." I don't know. I don't know how he types. Like, I don't know like why this person would just keep trying to like come back if he's hacked and like deactivate. Like, if you were to hack an account, wouldn't you keep it activated? Right? So if he got his access to his account back, somebody else hacked him again? Or does it, you need to get some better password protection or something. What's going on with the easy access?
I feel like something had to have, like, do you think like him and Demi like were talking and like they got into like some disagreement? Because something had to they were fine for so long and then he just comes out and
actually I believe it was the same person who had sent us the screenshots that we just read before, sent screenshots that they had sent a video of like a snippet of Demi's new song to him, and he's like, "I can't see it. I have them blocked." So I think they had each other blocked on Instagram. So
like after they made up in December?
This is as far as I know, they have each other blocked. But we do have another thing here too. It says, so Lovato reached out or tweeted Max and said all the screenshots were fake though, question mark. And he said, I was forced to sign an NDA. So yeah, but yeah, the Finsta bullying other female artists was real. I just don't know. I just don't feel like I get like everyone at that time people were in quarantine, so more time on their hands, but I just don't believe Demi would do that. I just don't I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I don't either.
and it's
It's
very fishy that he's coming out with tweeting this stuff when Demi has new music coming out
yeah, I guess it's trying to like take the fans away.
and trying to like sabotaging. It's like
Yeah.
seems like it's trying to sabotage Demi's career. And I feel as though if somebody went onto my Twitter, like if I were him, somebody went onto my Twitter and did that, I would make like a public statement, go on like live because you like to go on Instagram lives, and be like, I did not do that. Like this is the proof that I have that I did not tweet this. You know, my account was hacked. Here's what I have for like. I'm sure there's some type
Yeah.
of proof. You know what I mean? But because that's like a kind of a big deal. Like, you know, with your reputation, you probably should be doing something to try to save whatever there is left of it.
If anything, if he was trying to sabotage Demi, he sabotaged himself in the process because
Because there's so much proof of
yeah.
him saying it was fake and then him saying like he has respect for Demi. So I don't know. But we did want, so that was like the update on Max, but we did want to, like we said, go down the timeline of Demi and Max, the red flags that we felt from the beginning, our true feelings, all that stuff. So we're going to start from the beginning, but we're going to kind of do a shorter version because there's like a lot that we could talk about. But
we could do like a whole series on this.
I know, and sorry, but you're not going to get another ever again. There will never be another episode of Max unless he does something like worthy of
Dramatic.
We're never a full episode. So Max, I know you're watching. Don't expect another episode. This is it. You're getting I think you're going to get about 30 minutes instead of
your 30 minutes of fame. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 30 minutes of fame from us. But we all know that Max is a stalker. Like it's just stalker Max. I mean, it's a thing. So very stalker behavior. So we're going to get into that. Angel, want to take it away with the Selena Gomez obsession?
Okay. So you never sent me the note, by the way. I'm just winging it.
Oh. I didn't send you the, I sent you the, oh shoot, I didn't. Okay. Let me share the note
about the stalker situation with Selena Gomez. So yeah. I think like from back in like 2016, 2017, Max was seen like, not seen, but like stalking Selena Gomez and like commenting on all of her Instagram pictures.
And going into like Selena's lives and being like, I love you, Selena, like marry me type stuff, like really weird.
Yeah, and putting like thirsty like comments under all of her Instagram photos, and people were like, at one point I remember people thinking that Selena and Max were a thing because like he was commenting all of that like boyfriend stuff would comment. But yeah, he was known to be stalking.
Yeah. And he followed a lot of like Selena accounts, and there was accounts made for him and Selena because I think at one point a lot of people, well, not a lot, some of his fans possibly shipped them together. So there was like fan accounts of them, like as if they were a couple, and he followed like Selena accounts. And so yeah, just very weird. And it didn't obviously just stop with Selena, but that was the main thing. Like you could tell he really liked Selena. But
and every time Selena wouldn't like give him attention, he would get like all depressed. I don't know if you remember like his tweets from like back then, but he would like go on Twitter and like be tweeting some depressing shit like when Selena wouldn't give him the attention.
He probably would say, I think I saw somewhere that in his group chats he had asked his fans to go and like tag him on Selena's recent posts.
Yeah.
To get like her attention, but obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
So he moved on to, well, I'm sure he was still commenting on Selena's up until the day, you know, Demi and him got together, but a bunch of other artists and celebrities, like he would be commenting on their posts and just trying to get like attention again, like fire emojis, hearts, like things to just, I don't know. He did it on Demi's, and unfortunately, this is how I put it in the notes. Demi took the bait and got reeled in.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I also feel like if quarantine wasn't a thing, they probably wouldn't have like ended up together. Like, I don't know, I feel like quarantine kind of forced them to be together.
We
And
just talk about the fact too that like you just started talking to this person, you're gonna invite them to live in your house for 2 years. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, well, they got engaged after how many months? Wasn't it March they got together? April, May, June, July. They were together like 4 or 5 months.
yeah,
So they moved kind of fast.
yeah. But I'm saying, like, how do you like I would never just invite someone to live with me for 2 years after
Yeah.
knowing them for that short period of time.
Well, they didn't make the full 2 years. So
Yeah.
for Demi. I know that is like I guess if you got into a relationship right before quarantine, that's like I don't know. He probably just like weaseled his way in.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
kind
And
of
then
like
like the fact that like he had to get introduced to Demi's parents all early because they were living together now with Demi's parents.
oh my god, side note, because when I was going through the thread, I saw this too. Do you remember? I don't know if you saw this, but I remember Max tweeting, where should I tour when I drop M1? Like, where should I go on tour for 2021? Like, he was thinking like he was gonna have this whole music career because he was with Demi, because that's where he's gotten his like most of his exposure. I guarantee a majority of you guys listening and watching had no idea who he was before Demi.
Yeah,
So that just goes to show like he was just like
he has no relevance whatsoever.
such a fame leech, like just wants to be famous literally with anybody that is like in the industry just to get like a foot up, you know. That's just the type of person that he seemed to me. I don't know him, I don't want to know him, but so they're quarantined at Demi's parents' house for a couple months, and that's where we got the, I would say in the fandom kind of iconic now, the lives, like with Max going live and being like, wasn't he like playing the piano and then Demi comes over and he's like,
I'm live.
You could be like, hey, I'm on live, don't come over here. Like, you saw Demi, probably saw Demi coming over, you didn't even like try to like keep her out of the frame. He's like, I'm on live. What? I'm on live. Oh, like you did not try hard at all.
You could tell that Demi was like uncomfortable when like they saw that they were on camera or whatever, because like they didn't want the information to be out yet.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that was early on in the relationship. I'm sure Demi wanted to keep it to themselves for a while, but that wasn't it, guys, because there was 2 other ones that I found of Demi somehow in the background, and one of them was Demi was like sleeping on him, and it was like for a split second. Like, went on there, it seemed like just to show like I'm laying with Demi Lovato, like me and Demi Lovato are taking a nap together. Demi Lovato, in his phone, Demi's name was probably Demi Lovato. Like,
the Demi Lovato.
Yeah. And then there was that other one, we just watched it before we came on, but you can find these on YouTube. If not, then we'll have them linked down below. We'll have a whole thread that you can go through and just kind of get all a whole thread of like detail of everything if you haven't seen it yet. But there was the one that he was like talking about, I don't know, I think about like being in quarantine, and then Demi was in the background, and just like you can kind of like see Demi, and Demi like notices, oh, I'm on the live, and he's like panning. So as Demi's like it was just so obvious. He wanted the world to know he was dating Demi Lovato, because he probably had never had like a celebrity, had never been with a celebrity of Demi's status, you know what I mean? So he wanted to, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait till I could tell everyone.
Exactly.
Oh, gross. I just can't. So I guess we're skipping kind of fast. They get engaged in July. How did you feel? Do you remember that moment?
Yeah. So I knew it was bad from the beginning. Sorry, I had a flashback.
Like, do I really want to relive this?
Yeah, exactly. I knew it was bad from the beginning. I literally remember the picture that Demi posted of the and I was like, oh my god, like I'm so glad that Demi's happy. But at this point, I was still like, oh my god, Demi and Wilmer are gonna get back together. So
no.
I was like, no, because remember, Demi wanted to get married to Wilmer. Obviously, that was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So my little heart still wanted Wilmer to happen. But anyway, I saw that picture and I was like, wow, like they just started dating. Because I mean, the same thing happened with Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson or whatever. So I like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe like Demi saw how fast they went, so that Demi like thought it had to go fast because Demi, like, I don't know.
Demi falls hard, it seems like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought was happening. That like Demi saw Ariana like went so fast in the engagement, and so Demi was like, oh my god, I want to go fast in mine too, because like I want to fall in love and like start a family and like settle down and like plan out the entire future.
Demi had said that that they kind of like wanted that family and marriage. That was something that they wanted before they were 30, I believe that
Yeah.
they had said that. Don't quote me because I'm probably making
That's
shit
why
up
I feel
now.
like Demi was trying to rush it, because they knew that they were like getting to the point when they wanted to start their future, and like they felt like they had to go quick with it.
And then that made them realize like maybe I don't want kids, like I don't need to be married. I think that was good for them to go through. But when I found out, I was like laying in my bed and I see the pictures, I'm like, oh my god, these are beautiful. But I just remember texting Casey and being like, I just feel like he creeps me out, and I just know he's telling people like, again, like I just said, I'm engaged to Demi Lovato. Like it's not like guess what, I'm engaged
Like
to me,
Demi fan. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like we would say, like, oh my god, I hung out with Demi Lovato. You know what I mean? Like not somebody who's like on a friend basis, or somebody who's on a gate. Like it just was a creepy vibe I got from him. I remember I was like, oh, he's attractive. Like finally, because Demi has dated some in the past, so it was nice. It was refreshing to see somebody. I think Max is attractive, but his personality, the way he portrays himself, he's cocky, but I think also really insecure.
Yeah.
This is just vibes I get. And that just makes
the TikTok trend where it's like he's a 10, but he's manipulative as shit. Like that would be Max. Like it automatically drops him to like a 3. That's it.
Absolutely. Like it ruins everything. Like you could be good looking, but you have the personality of a trash bag and no one wants to be around you. So I don't know. I don't really remember I think at that point, and still now, like I just didn't really follow Demi's relationship side of things. So when the engagement came, I wasn't shocked, because I feel like in Hollywood or just in that industry, marriages happen fast, but then they also end fast too. So I don't think I was like, I never pictured, oh, what's Demi's wedding gonna look like? So maybe in the back of my head, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work out, but I just never like said it out loud, or I just never like thought about that, like, oh, when are they gonna get married? Like, are they gonna wait a while, or are they gonna get married as fast as they got engaged? Like, I just never thought of that. So I must have like subconsciously been thinking like it's not gonna last.
Yeah, that's why I brought up Ariana and like when her engagement started and ended, because I thought the exact same thing. I was like, yeah, well, this is gonna end up like Ariana's. Like it's just gonna start and then it's not gonna last and it's just gonna die out. So like I knew from the beginning that it was no go. Like I wanted Demi to like be happy and like have someone to settle down, because I know that's what Demi's been wanting for a while, but I knew that wasn't the right person or the right timing for Demi, honestly.
So, and I think it, like I had mentioned, I feel like it was good for Demi to go through. We got a good song. I really like 15 Minutes, one of my faves. And it just really made Demi who they are today. I feel like, and the thing I really do like is that Demi never told anybody the details of like what happened. Like we can't even tell you guys, okay, so Demi calls off the engagement at the end of September, but like why? I mean, we could guess it was like Demi saw the thread, or just was getting, why did it take so long? Because that people were trying to warn Demi from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like your fiance was obsessed with your ex best friend. Like
I was really hoping that Demi would drop some tea in the documentary.
Like was Demi really just not checking social media at that time and just did not know what was going on, or just trying to ignore it?
I mean, they really weren't active though, if you think about it. So probably.
Oh my gosh. What about Demi's friends? Demi's friends had to, maybe they just don't, maybe Demi's friends are like careful with what they say around them, because they don't want to, I don't know. They probably were like, oh, we see Demi happy, like we don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I feel like Demi's smart enough to see the red flags themselves.
I know, but I guess if Demi's not like a stalker like he is, they wouldn't know what's going on in the past. You know, Demi doesn't seem like the type of person who would be looking him up on Facebook to find out like the tea from back in 2008.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But one thing that Demi did say, which again was like an indicator of like, okay, Demi found out about, you know, his obsession with Selena and just like how he would just be reaching out to all these other female celebrities. He said like Demi said, I felt fooled and didn't really know the person I was engaged to. And that just, yeah, that kind of confirms it.
Yeah, that's where it ended. So.
And well, no, because then Max was crying in the bathroom, crying on at the beach. Can we play a clip of Max crying in the bathroom? Because that was an Instagram live. That was a moment. And it's something like if you're ever having a bad day, look back at this and be like, thank God I'm not Max. Thank God I wasn't engaged to Demi Lovato and Demi Lovato broke up with me. Like, you're doing way better than
literally. That's so embarrassing. Like,
I mean, just the thumbnail. Oh, I must have watched it before. I never got through the whole thing, but it's just like, what the fuck did I do? I just fucked up everything. Like, I just can't even imagine like what was going through his head. Like, who is he gonna be with now? You know.
We're back. Welcome to.
Sorry, there's an ad. We're gonna play a little bit. I don't think he says too much. He's just kind of like, I don't know, is acting.
Like swaying in the background.
Calling me in the middle of the night, trying to scare me.
Oh wait, I gotta go to the beginning. Sorry. Let's see.
Sort of like have someone use me as like.
What is Demi using you for, dude? Wait, we need to reenact it though. Stop. Oh my god, we should just totally like when you come over, we're gonna reenact this scene. Like we need to do like we gotta learn, we'll write down a script and just do it. We'll record it for the podcast.
It's not even literally about me.
He looks like he's in such a crisis. That's what's funny.
No. Come on, spit it out. Are we gonna have to speed it up? Okay, he's just really like dramatic.
Dramatic pauses.
Wait, there's like a crew and kids. I don't know what he's talking about. Children. I'm speeding it up, guys. I just standing there. Like you was
using me as a pawn in a PR stunt.
PR stunt. What is Demi gaining? You are nobody. Demi's doing you a favor, doing charity work for you. It's not like you had you're not working on M5. You were working on your first album. You're like, oh, I'm with Demi now. I can make my album. Like, that was just, oh, okay. I'm going to speed up even faster so he's going to sound like a chipmunk here. Okay, here we go.
Stop breaking into my Airbnb. Stop harassing me.
Stop harassing me. Stop breaking into my Airbnb. What?
I'm a victim.
This person was like typing is killing me.
Just like make art. I'll support you. You're all great. You're awesome. Literally just like leave me alone. And stop using your millions of dollars to write false, fake news about me. Before I have to go to work tomorrow and work for my money.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like you're getting much work.
A living, breathing person with feelings, with blood in my arms. Like, aren't you tired?
Aren't you, dude? Yeah, Demi was tired, and you're over here on Instagram Live recording them. Demi was trying to take a nap. Demi's tired, okay? We're all tired of this. Sorry.
All I've done is love in my whole heart, and you're... If y'all want to villainize me, literally say whatever you want to say at this point.
It's the head shaking.
The dramatic pauses for me.
Most bizarre experience.
And this is on like 2 times fast. Like he'll be there for 5 minutes.
Pete Davidson didn't deserve to feel this way.
Oh.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Open your eyes. Calculated PR.
Basically, he's saying that celebrities are using the less fortunate.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm not controlled by the media, by the press, by my people. I'm here to just share my truth. And I think people deserve that. It's 2020. We've all been through enough stuff to let the media manipulate how we all feel and how we all think. So I'm just going to be real. I'm not going to I'll deal with the repercussions later.
Yeah.
Instagram, social media is a tool for artists like myself to be able to like express their truth. The media is manipulated. And that's why Instagram and these platforms are so amazing. Like, 5 in the morning when I'm literally just trying to go to bed and do my job, but I can't because I have people calling me in the middle of the night trying to scare me.
What? Who is trying to scare you? What does he mean? He's being very vague for somebody who is very open.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing ever, guys. Let your talent speak for itself. Make your art and like don't use people as clickbait. I'm not clickbait.
I'm done. I don't even want to. Can we just take a second though? I actually like
Can we
can't.
acknowledge that that live was like over an hour long of just that?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even. I like can't believe that he's thinking like Demi was using him
Yeah.
for what? To have a family with, to, you know, I do believe Demi loved him. I do. I believe like it just, you could tell by what Demi would post, but using you for what? What is going to
Demi
be
wouldn't gain shit, like you said.
like he has everything to gain from being with Demi. Demi's already established, already has their career, you know, set in stone. Like we don't need Max Erich coming around and you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're just
really
giving
being like, oh, Demi's lost. Like, no, it's your loss, man.
Yeah, I know. I loved you fully. Okay. Wholeheartedly, fully loved you. You know, just a person with blood in my veins. Like, what? It just really makes me mad. And the fact that, you know, not even from then on, it was also like brought up to he would, you know, the vibrator thing, and just other things like just talking about like Demi. We did a podcast on, we talked about one of it, but I mean that was pretty much it. Crying in Malibu. Iconic. That song 15 minutes really is iconic if you guys didn't know the lines.
Oh my god. And the fact that Max like acknowledged it so many years later, like, oh, now she's gonna write a 16-minute song about me.
I know, right? Oh my god, I love it. But I feel like that's pretty much it for, you know, the Max timeline. We're gonna have the full thing down in the description if you have the time to scroll through the whole feed.
It's worth it, trust me.
It's a lot. There's a lot of screenshots, videos. There's a lot to it. So I'm glad that Demi saw the light and is not engaged to that man because oh my god.
And Demi definitely grew a lot, like you said, from like being like that whole timeline, because I feel like it showed them like their worth and like that they deserve better than that. And now they're doing what they always want to, that's actually making them happy. And I feel like Max was like holding them back a lot from that. So
right.
It's nice that Demi's out of that relationship.
Exactly. And I feel like this whole episode was like a Dear Little Me segment because we're throwing it back to a time in the fandom, a time that we are going to leave in 2020 and we will not be revisiting it unless Max comes and says something. We'll just give you guys a little update. I'm sure he's not done. I mean, he's exactly out. Probably something when the album drops, we'll probably hear from him. So we'll see. We'll let you know. But highs and lows for the week. What you got, Angel?
I didn't realize we were still doing that. So really quick, low for the week is that one of my coworkers at my job called me fat, and that was
no way. Are you kidding? Oh, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of a down. And then my high for the week is that my mom made my favorite dinner today. It was turkey chili with croissants, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Oh my god, I'm hungry. No, I love chili. I love any chili. It's like my favorite thing. I'll have to make chili when you come. You guys, Angel's gonna be here next weekend, so we're gonna in-person video, which will be so fun.
Knocking the Substance, guys, because Substance comes out.
Yep, the day that Angel comes, drives to see me. Substance. Yeah, you're gonna get a live reaction. That's really exciting. Thank you, Demi, timing it out perfectly. So that'll be really fun. For me, my low, I'm just really stressed out that my daughter is going to be 3 years old. The fact that that's like what's today, the 9th?
3 days, right?
Yeah. 3 days until she's 3. And it's mind blowing. I wish I can go back 3 years ago and just like do it all over again. So I've been emotional this week. And then, but my high would be, I'm just really excited for her birthday party coming up next weekend, her actual birthday coming up on Tuesday, and celebrating all that and just getting like her presents together and just trying to like get her birthday. I love like planning, and I love doing like the birthday thing because I never had birthday parties growing up, so I like to try to make her special.
And guys, Paige is so cute. She literally has a theme for every single birthday party. The cutest thing. Like one in a melon was so cute. Like
I wish you could have been at that one.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that you're gonna be able to be here for a second birthday in a row and so many years to come too. But eventually Ren's gonna be picking her theme. This theme this year is carnival themed. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I think that's it for us today. Thank you again. Shout out to Max for giving us content this week because we would have had to pull something out of
Max, if you're watching, please comment below.
please, or go on Instagram Live, let us know your thoughts, react to but again, like just to reiterate what Angel said in the beginning of the podcast, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you want to support us a little bit further, go listen to us on Spotify if you haven't already. Just play it in the background. It helps us out tremendously. You guys have no idea. So yeah, thank you guys for being here again. And we love talking to you guys every week and hearing what you guys have to say. Comment down below.
You guys updates on Demi and coming together and like responding to you guys and interacting and like all freaking out over like Demi's releases and things like that. It's a lot of fun. It's brought our community together and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on Max. And that's it for us this week.
We will catch y'all next week on your weekly dose of Demi.
Yes. See you guys next week for our reaction to Substance. Bye, guys.